We had an instance where Draymond Green was interviewed just yesterday, and it was a long sit-down interview. I encourage you to go to watch if you are interested in that. But this was a quote that Draymond Green said in that interview. I don't see why we can't get 2 more championships, which would put the Golden State Warriors era at 6 total championships for the team. Well, that's interesting to me because the Golden State Warriors have got a dynasty. We all know they have been a dynasty, and they're getting up there. Last year, they had a lot of ups and downs, but 2 more championships seems interesting. Although I'll say this, that would not surprise me. We're talking about the Golden State Warriors. Yes, the team did not look too great as a whole. And when I say not too great, I mean they didn't look championship material last year. But Steph Curry doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon. Draymond Green was still, in my opinion, probably the most impactful team defender in the entire NBA last season. Klay Thompson was still a very, very good player. Jonathan Kuminga looked like he was showing some flashes. Now, I do not know if we're ever going to finally get him to be unleashed and let him just be the guy he's supposed to be. But he made strides last year. They get Chris Paul in there. We know that he's not the prime Chris Paul no longer, but he's more than a serviceable guard if we're going to try starting him, putting off the bench. And, oh yeah, Andrew Wiggins. You guys remember what he was doing in the championship run? He was the second best player on the Golden State Warriors. He was playing at a very, very high level the last time the Golden State Warriors won a championship. Last year, for the very first time in his career, he had ups and downs in regards to a couple of different injuries. He had the whole other situation where he had to go back and leave the team for a little while. He's not getting any older. He's getting older, but he's still well in his prime, and he's going to be there for a few more years. You have a couple of the young guys you've been bringing in now, draft picks and whatnot. Solid overall offseason. It's not that crazy of a statement to come out here and say that the Golden State Warriors could win 2 more championships. Are we really are any of us really going to sit here and say that the Golden State Warriors have no chance at winning 2 more championships? That Steph, you're really going to doubt that much to the point where you think it's that crazy to see Steph Curry hoist the Lombardi or hoist the O'Brien 2 more times? Like, come on, that's not that crazy of a statement to make there. Now, if I were to make my prediction today based on the Golden State Warriors, would I say that I do think the Golden State Warriors will win 2 more championships? No. Do I think they're going to win 1 more? Yes. I do think the Warriors will win at least 1 more, but I'm not going to say that 2 is unattainable. In fact, I would not even be shocked whatsoever. I'm just saying, based on the fact of the matter, when you look at what Denver Nuggets have on the team, when you look at some of these up-and-coming young teams, when you talk about how quickly the NBA can shift in star power, it's not that crazy to say that the Warriors win 2 more. It's just so hard to make that statement. But I do firmly believe that the Golden State Warriors will win 1 more championship during this dynasty era. Like I mentioned, I think they've made some solid moves. Now, we'll get to see how much of management Mike Dunleavy Jr. now comes into play. He's now the president. We'll see how much of an impact Bob Myers actually had on that team. Was he truly the guy that held everything together? Was he making all these big moves? Or has it been the players and Steve Kerr all this time? We'll see what happens this year. I think it's probably a mixture of all. Just when you have a great team in a dynasty run, I think you just look at the teams from top to bottom, all departments of an organization, and that's what makes him special. So I do think he has a big part in it, but I don't think he's the only reason. So we'll see what ends up unfolding in that situation. But Draymond Green is not crazy to say that one bit whatsoever. I would not be shocked to mention if the Warriors win at least 1 more championship, but 2 is not shocking to me at all. Like, there's no team that when I look at the NBA right now is just such a dynasty-built roster. You know what I'm saying? Like the Denver Nuggets, I like the Denver Nuggets. But I'm not going to sit up here and say that they are as good as the Golden State Warriors were heading into the dynasty. I don't think that good. I think they could. I think the Denver Nuggets have a chance of winning another championship. I would not be surprised by that. I think they're a very, very, very good team. I'm just saying they're not necessarily a team that I look at and say nobody's beating this team for the next 2, 3, 4 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Same thing as we might have said about the San Antonio Spurs dynasty or one of those Miami Heat, LeBron, D Wade, and Bosh teams. I don't think we're looking at anyone in the NBA right now and saying this team is winning the championship if they're healthy for the next 2, 3 years. The Denver Nuggets might be the favorites, yes, but I don't think there's a team you look at right now and say it's unbeatable to beat them. And when you talk about the new contract or the salary cap and how they're going to build the roster and the punishments and the fines and because of the new collective bargaining agreement, it's only going to make the NBA more and more even. And so, yes, I do think that the Warriors will win 1 more championship during this era. And winning 2 of them, as Draymond Green just said, would not shock me at all. Kind of give it a little side note, though. Can I give a little side note on this though? What if Steph Curry gets 2 more championships and Steph Curry finishes out his career as a 6-time NBA champion? I'm just saying that's food for thought. I'm not, like I said, I think they're going to get 1 more, get to number 5, but what if Steph gets 6? Where would we put Steph all time then? Now, I don't have notes prepared for this type of debate right now, but I just thought about that. If Steph Curry gets to 6 championships, I don't know where we're going to put him right now. I'd say he's a top 10 player all time. Does he get top 3? Top 5? Where would we put him? I think we'd obviously still take LeBron, MJ. Does he get near Kareem, Kobe, Shaq, like Magic? Where exactly is he on that pedestal then of all time ranks? So that's something to think about. But we can get into that when the Warriors win the next championship. So yes, I do not think that Draymond Green's statement is that crazy at all. And in fact, I think he's completely okay for saying that. I don't think there's anything crazy about that statement at all.